Yo, what's going on, guys? X the Gaming here. Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be doing a movie review on Friday the 13th, Uncut. So, real quick disclaimer here. I am whatsoever not like in the ability to be reviewing this movie. Like, I know I should not be reviewing this movie. This came out 25 years before I was born. I mean, I shouldn't, like, in this day of age, we shouldn't be reviewing this movie because, it's 25 years old and it is one of, or it's not it's one of the most classic movies of all time, and everybody's heard its name pretty much everywhere, so. Yeah, so, anyways, out of the disclaimer, out of the way, I will be reviewing Friday the 13th. So I have it in this 8 movie collection right here, and that's how I'm able to watch Friday the 13th Uncut. And it has all 8 Friday the 13th movies besides Jason X, and I think Jason Goes to Hell is the other one. And besides Freddy vs. Jason, I think I'm missing one, but I don't remember the last one. But besides those couple ones, this has most of. Wait, no, those are the other 3. And the last one is the Friday the 13th reboot. So besides those 4, this is the original 8 movies. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's get right into this movie review. So this is going to be basically what I thought of the movie, not like an actual review of the movie. It's going to be what I think of the movie. So this movie came out in May of 1980, I think. Just looked it up, like May 8th or 9th or something like that. Anyways, it came out in 1980. My mom watched it either in theaters or shortly after or whatever. So my mom remembers this movie, and it wasn't one of her favorites, but I really liked the movie because I liked Jason. I just like horror movies in general. I've watched the original Halloween. I've watched Nightmare on Elm Street, which I'll probably be reviewing those as well. And any movie suggestions you have, please leave your movie suggestions down in the comments. I will be gladly reviewing those movies, because I can probably rent them for free, or not for free, but for a couple bucks. Anyways, so let's get right into this. Friday the 13th starred Kevin Bacon in it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Kevin Bacon. That was a pretty good movie. It had 10 kills in total. So the first 2 kills were at the beginning of the movie in 1958, and 1958, and it is 2 counselors get killed right at the beginning of the movie, right when they were about to have sex or something. They were getting it on with each other, and then they get killed. So they basically got killed, and then and they weren't the greatest kills, but I mean, let's just say they've had better kills in this movie, because this was one of the first slasher films, so I wasn't expecting it to have the greatest kills of them all, because that's later down the line of the Friday the 13th. That's when the kills start getting really good, and yeah, I'll be reviewing those. Sorry about I can't have any footage or anything of the movie. I'm not the greatest of knowing how to do any of that, so if you guys know how to do any of that, please let me know, because I would love to be able to show you guys that. Oh, and I got my NCR gear on. Got the NCR flag in the background. Anyway, so yeah, the one guy gets stabbed with a knife in the chest, and then the girl, it doesn't even show how she gets killed. It's just like a flash screen. So I'm gonna try to remember all this from my head. And then it cuts to present day, which is not present day, it is 1980. So it's present day from when that movie came out, not present day now. So this girl is basically trying to get to Camp Crystal Lake, and then the crazy guy tells her that, hey, it's not that camp is haunted or whatever, but she just doesn't believe him, and she goes with some guy she hitchhiked with, and then and then eventually she hitchhikes with another person, which turns out ends up killing her. She jumps out of the Jeep, and the guy comes and just stabs her in the stomach. So that is the third kill in the movie, I'm pretty sure. Now, it's going to get a bit hazy because all this happened at once. But I'll just tell you about the kills, basically. And the guy she was in before she hitchhiked with the Jeep also told her that a boy drowned in 57. 57, a boy drowned. And that boy was Jason. Jason drowned. And then the two kids got stabbed the year after that. And then, so this is like how many years later? Like 22, or if my math's right, years later, and now these kids are coming to Camp Crystal Lake because they tried to open it again in like the 60s, but the water was bad. So they basically are just thinking this camp's cursed because it's had a drowning already, 2 kills, and now the water's bad when they tried to open it. So now they're like, it's 1980, it's 18 years later, let's try to reopen it again. So they're reopening it, and the counselors basically have till Friday the 13th, to get this camp all ready and stuff for all the campers. So, what's the next kill of the movie? So the next kill of the movie is I can't remember the names. It's this annoying guy that wears a Dolphins jersey, I'm pretty sure, and he basically is just earlier on in the movie, he pretended he was drowning just so he could kiss a girl. I mean, he's one of those type of people. He pretended he was an Indian when the cop came. Like, he was pretending he was an Indian, and then he saw the cop came. And basically the cop came because some crazy guy went missing. And they ended up finding the crazy guy in a closet. And the crazy guy basically warned him about not to stay here or whatever. Sorry, I'm not going through the set. Maybe in the next future videos, I'll have like an actual I'll write out like how the set goes, and I'll have notes about this. But anyways, I'm just rolling through this off my head. So he gets killed, and he actually gets stuffed in the top bunk. While Kevin Bacon and this other girl that the annoying kid actually liked. So it was ironic because he was on the top bunk while these two are having sex on the bottom bunk. So they are having sex, and they, get finished with that. And then the girl in her underwear goes off to go to the bathroom, which is in another a cabin or whatever. It's a bathroom cabin. And basically Kevin Bacon, the killer, wraps her hand around here and pokes like an arrow or something through his throat, and that is the best kill of the movie. That is 100% the best kill of the movie right there. Anyway, why they are doing that, we got the 3 other people. We have 2 girls and a guy. They're all playing Strip Monopoly. That's what they're playing. They're playing Strip Monopoly, and the one girl forgets that she left the windows open in her cabin, and the rain starts coming in and stuff. So she goes to her cabin, And yeah. Oh crap, I forgot. The couple, which were having sex, the girl went to the bathroom. The killer comes into the bathroom and hits her with a hatchet on her head, and that's another one of the best kills in the movie. Even though you can see it's fake, but hey, it's 1980s, you know. Anyways, so now this girl, a different girl, is goes back to her cabin, in her underwear, and she is lays down because she's done for the night. She starts reading, and then she hears this scream. So she goes out, not even in her raincoat, and just on her pajamas or whatever. She goes out, tries to find someone keeps screaming, help, help, help. She eventually comes in on the archery range, and the lights go on. All the lights go on, and she basically gets killed off screen, so you don't see her until the end of the movie. Anyways, so then we got two guys left. We have a guy and a girl, and the guy, oh, I forget what the guy was doing. I don't know, but the guy and the girl. Oh, the guy and the girl. The guy goes to check, or this is where it gets hazy. But they go and check for the other girl. Or no, I can't remember what happens. But I know, the guy basically has to go to the generator because of the lights that went on at their archery range. They went off, so they think something's wrong. So he goes to the generator, and basically she's gone for a while. So the girl that was with him goes looking for him, and she's the last girl left now. She finds his coat, and then she basically can't find him. She closes the door. He's stuck to the door with arrows punched through him. And she basically starts screaming. She runs back to her house. She barricades herself in, and then the killer throws a body through the window. And I forgot to mention the guy that was in charge of all this. He was at a diner, and he basically took his Jeep home, and he basically took the Jeep back to the camp. And when he finally arrived at the camp, he basically got stabbed in the stomach. So the stabbing was off screen, but he got stabbed in the stomach. So basically, his Jeep arrives at her door when she's freaking out because she sees the body of one of her friends, that was a girl, on the ground. She basically starts freaking out, and she sees his Jeep arrives. She unlocks the door and unlocks the door. Then this lady walks out, and she says she's Mrs. Voorhees, and that she's friends with the crystals or whatever, because Camp Crystal Lake. So Mrs. Voorhees wants to see inside, so she goes inside the house, and she goes inside the house, and she sees the body. She starts, Miss Voorhees kind of starts freaking out, and then she remembers her son Jason Voorhees, which drowned in 1957, and she starts flipping out. She basically blamed the one counselor that was left about Jason or whatever, but then she says, hey, we can go now, and she's like, yeah, I think we should wait for the crystals. And then Miss Voorhees gets mad, pulls a knife on her, and that's when we learn that Jason's mom was the one doing all the kills in Friday the 13th. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys already knew that Jason was not the killer in Friday the 13th. If you didn't, that's fine. Most people just assume he's the killer in all the movies. But anyways, he wasn't the killer in Friday the 13th. He doesn't pop up till Actually, part 2, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't even have his hockey mask thing. Yeah, I don't think he gets that till like part 3. Um, he's like a bag over his head, I think, or something like that. Um, anyways, so Jason's mom, basically, so basically this girl and Jason's mom basically keep going at it with each other, and like the girl knocked her out. The girl knocked her out with like a stick, one of those fire sticks. She hit her with it, and then again she hit her with like a frying pan, and then something else. And she keeps thinking she killed her, but she didn't. I think she hit her with the back of a rifle or something like that. But she keeps thinking she killed her, but she keeps running away and going into something else. So, and Jason's mom keeps getting these like things through her mind of Jason telling her to kill these people. So, then of course, if you've ever seen the ending, they get down to the dock area with the little canoes, and Jason's mom comes out her with the machete. She ducks the machete. She hits her on the ground with like the end of a pool paddle, I think. Pretty sure. Um, and then she grabs the machete and she chops off Jason's mom's head. So, yeah. Um, then, um, then she gets on the canoe, and drifts out into the middle of the lake. And then the police come in the morning. Don't know how they were called. Maybe someone's heard something or something. I don't know. They're in the middle of nowhere, so I don't know how police would be called. Anyways, they ended up coming. And then, of course, the most iconic scene, or one of the most iconic scenes in Friday the 13th history, the little boy gets up, grabs her, and pushes her back down into the water. Little Jason or whatever. And then she wakes up, and they say it was a nightmare. They give her some more medicine, pain medicine or something like that. But then the cops show up and start talking about it, and she asked if there was any survivors, and the cops were like, "No, there was no survivors." So, that like people were probably like, "Ooh, is this a Wizard of Oz thing? Was that all just a dream?" But then the cops said there was no survivors. People were like, "Okay, that's not a dream. Maybe the Jason part was just a dream with he came up and grabbed her," which that was just a dream. But she was, or who knows if that was a dream. Because she was like, "What about the boy? The boy that attacked me? And what about the boy that attacked me?" And they're like, "What boy?" She's like, "Oh, he's still there then." And then it drifts out into the water. I swear that's one of the most perfect endings for a sequel I've ever seen. Ugh. Maybe besides Empire Strikes Back, that was one of the most perfect endings for a sequel ever. Anyways, yeah, that's basically a recap of the whole movie. My review on it, I would say I would give it a 8 out of 10 in 1980 standards. Today, like, if I was just watching the film, maybe like a 4. But since my personal rating, since it's like one of the most iconic movies of all time, I say I give it like a 7 out of 10. And the kills were pretty good, especially that one where she put it through the back of his neck because she was under the bed and she poked it through the back of his neck. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I'm filming this on my iPad. I kind of have it just set up on like a table. So, yeah, I wanted to do that so I could have like free reign of motion and stuff like that. So I thought that'd be kind of cool. Maybe I do this for my vlogs or something now on. Mostly I do my vlogs in bed because I do them right before I go to bed. So yeah, anyways. yeah, so, um, so I'm gonna actually, hold up. I'm gonna actually grab this Camaro notebook because Camaro's the best car ever. Just joking, but no, they're my favorite car ever. So this is gonna be my movie review notebook. So we're gonna mark down movie review notebook, and we'll write Friday the 13th, and we'll write 7 out of 10. Alright. And then I'll probably take notes of the movies, like, and then other pages. And then I'll use this to make the future movies from now on. So, yeah. So anyways, if you're wondering where I got the Friday the 13th 8 movie collection, I got it for only $12 on Amazon. $12 for all 8 movies of Friday the 13th. See, they come in like all here, all discs. So this was a steal. Even though it probably doesn't sell for that much, just for the fact that all the movies are rated terribly on Rotten Tomatoes. I'll actually look up real quick to see what let's see. The original movie got a 62% on Rotten Tomatoes, and the next movies actually get worse from that. So, anyways, they'll probably all get a decent score from me, except maybe Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. I don't know about that one. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this movie review. If you do, please hit that like button and the subscribe button. And if you want me to see a specific movie and review it, let it down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next, follow my social media down in the description below. And please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video, vlog, or stream. Peace!